Hi everyone, it's Tawney. Today I wanted to sit down and film a pride type look. Something that's very, I want to say rainbow, but I don't want this to be about the rainbows. It's supposed to be about the whole like pride thing. So I found the only two palettes I could think that I could make a video out of this with, which I could have swore I had like more rainbow palettes, not so much like color themed and neutral palettes. But turns out that that's not accurate. I do not. I mostly have like monochromatic and neutrals and whatnot with like pops of colors, but I don't actually have like rainbow palettes. So we're going to be using the Carity Picante palette, which looks like this, which we'll use that for a lot of the reds, yellows, and purples. And then I have the Odin's Eye Alpha 2 palette, which looks like this, which we will have the blues and greens to mix in as well. So I'm not quite sure what the look's gonna turn out to be. I'm hoping to I have like a vision in my head of what I want it to be, but I'm not sure if I can like make that come to fruition, but we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try it, because if you're familiar with my channel in any way, you know that I do a lot of like trying things. I'm not so much of like testing out a whole bunch of weird, exotic, funky things or new things, but I just test out things that aren't quite for me and see what I can do and make from them and how I can like make a look out of it. So that's kind of the idea for today's video, is how I have my like color series kind of a thing, but I'm like incorporating all the colors. So if you didn't know, we are in the month of June, at least here in the United States. I think that's how everybody else does it. Don't call me an idiot in the comment section for not thinking that that's the same, because I'm trying to be inclusive to all cultures and all ethnics and all people. So, and people who don't identify as people. But, so it is June, and the month of June here in the United States is Pride Month. Now, not everybody celebrates it, not everybody's interested in that. I get it. That's, you know, on them. But for the rest of us who have brains, we celebrate Pride Month. And Pride Month is for people of the LGBTQ plus, everyone under that umbrella movement, to allow them to be themselves, celebrate themselves, and live freely as they should be allowed to. And I wanted to film a video to kind of highlight that, but also like, I wanted to let you guys know, as like followers, fans, fellow YouTubers, whoever might be watching this video, that I would consider myself an ally of the LGBTQ plus community. I do not identify as any of those, you know, letters and any of what that encompasses. I am simply somebody who appreciates the people within that and try and be inclusive and understanding and accepting and kind of welcoming in a way. Like, you can correct me in the comment section if anything I say comes off harsh, or I say it in the wrong way, or you want clarification on what I said, like, were you meaning to say this way, or was it just how I thought it? Because sometimes I say things and then like it could mean one thing for somebody and mean a whole different thing for me. But I do my best to really like understand a person and who they are and who they want to be and how they express themselves in that way. So that's something I'm definitely working on. It's not, you know, I'm not perfect with it. I don't think anybody's perfect with it, but it's definitely something that like, as long as you're trying, you're showing effort, and that means something. So, okay. First thing we are going to go in with, I kind of feel like I should do it the way I'm filming, but then I kind of feel like I should do it the way I'm like, it's me. So I don't know. I was going to start with red over here, but now I'm like, maybe I should start with red over here. So I don't really know. I think I'm going to start with red over here, because that's just like, it to me seems like it would work. I'm going to go into the Picante palette and use Flamenco and put that, I'm going to tap it off and then start out here. And I'm going to put it on like pretty heavy and then blend out. I was going to do one of those cool liner looks where it's like a rainbow liner, but me, liner, no, forget that. That's not happening. If you have watched my channel at all, you know that like me and eyeliner do not coincide, as well as eyelashes. They're two things that like me and these two things are like over here, you know? Like it just does not work for me. It's not for me. It just can't ever make it work. So that's just, it's just great. It's just great. Okay, this color's looking a little bit orange in my mirror. So I think I might go in with Spicy, which looks more red, but does have a little bit of purple undertone. And I'm going to tap that on top and then blend that in and see if that does anything. I know that it's like already like the second to last week of June, and I feel like I'm behind on filming this video. I had full intention of filming this video like 2 weeks ago, and my schedule has just been so crazy with work and like things outside of work and like family and stuff that I just haven't had the time to like put my energy into filming and like get the time to film more so. So now I'm really trying to either save up some videos, like have some that like, okay, I need a video for this week, let's throw this one in there kind of a thing, or just like find the time, write down ideas, you know. It's just kind of 1 week it seems like I have everything ready and done and it's all moving the way it's supposed to be, and I feel like I have a grip on things and like I know what I'm doing and everything's like working as it should and going to plan. And then the next week, like this past week, it's like I have no time for anything, but a video needs uploaded because I can't lose track of that, because I feel like it loses you guys. So it just like, it gets very chaotic. Like I'd love to be able to do full-time YouTube. That would like be the dream, but that is definitely not a reality for me at the moment. I would definitely have to get paid to do YouTube full-time because I am not at a place that I can do that right now. I'm going to go into Orange Bonbon in the Alva 2 palette. I'm using the same brush because I'm lazy. That's probably why my eye looks don't always look the best. But you know, we're just doing it. I'm going in with that shade and I'm going to put it right on top of where that red color like ends toward the inner portion of my eye, and then tap it down before I start blending, so that way once I start blending the color doesn't like go away. And I think I'm going to go back in with the orange once I get done the yellow, but we're doing the orange first. So yeah, like YouTube would definitely be something fun to do full time all the time as a job, but I don't get paid from it right now. So that definitely like makes it difficult. Like I can't, you know, can't quit my day job right now. This is a very nice orange. I will have to say Alva or Odin's Eyes formula for eyeshadows is like peak, you know? It's like one of the best. Like if you haven't tried Odin's Eye yet, like you need to. The prices aren't terrible either. Like they're a little bit more expensive if you're in the United States because I believe it's a UK brand or European brand or something like that. But it's not ridiculous that I'm like, oh, I don't want to pay this. Like I actually don't mind, you know? I'm going, let's see. I might use my finger. I was going to do a shimmer, but now I'm not sure. Because I do have, well, no, hold on. Okay. We're going to go in with Apricot from the Odin's Eye palette. And put that all here in the inner corner and then the inner portion of the eye. This is a nice yellow too. This is actually like packing on pretty nice too. Sometimes the color looks so nice in the palette and then you put it on your eye and it's like trash. And it's like, why is it not doing, like, why is it not staying the same consistently, you know? But that is makeup. It doesn't always, you know? I think that this looks pretty good. I didn't really need to blend the orange or the yellow, I don't think. I feel like they blend really well. I might go back in and just harshen up the outer portion after I finish the eyes up and just kind of see like, you know, well, no, here, let's do that now with Spicy. I'm going to go with Spicy and put that on the outer corner and just kind of stay as far away from the orange as I can. I think I might go down and do the lower lash line while I'm doing this. So then that way it's like my whole eye is consistent. Because as you know, I don't really put much effort into my lower lash line. So, and I went back in with Flamenco as well, just so it wasn't quite as purple, because I'm a little worried that it might start to get a little purple. If you notice, like right here, I'm trying to prevent that. Now I'm going in with Orange Bonbon and connecting the yellow and the red. I think this looks quite nice. It's getting a little bit too far down, but I can always go back in with like a beauty blender or my powder brush and just kind of like clean that up a little bit. Because for me, I just don't like that, but that's just personal preference. Okay, now we're wiping the brush off. I just have a little tissue here. Like I'm not a professional in the slightest. I'm not an MUA. I'm a makeup lover, not a makeup artist. So, okay. Now the next color is green, and we're going to go with green tea, and I'm going to put that over here, just how the yellow is, and then continue into purple. I will have to say the blues in this Odin's Eye palette are like the best blues I own. I mean, I don't own many because I can't do blue as well as I think I can, but I feel like of all the blues that that the few that I have, this is like the best. And I feel like even if I had more blues, this would still be like a really nice blue. I really wanted to get the Juvia's Place. They had a bundle recently where it was 3 different palettes, and it was the one that had all the blues in it. And I was gonna get it because initially it was like $75, but with the bundle it was like $23, and that's a really good deal. So I was just gonna get it, and I knew that either between me or my sister we would use the other 2 because she likes Juvia's Place as well, and I was gonna give her whichever I didn't want. And I went on to buy it and they were sold out. And I'm like, well, maybe it's for the best because I didn't really need it. I just wanted it. So maybe it worked out the way it was supposed to. I think I'm going to keep this matte. I don't think I'm going to go in with any glitters, and maybe I'll save that for another video. Cross our fingers. I have time and want to do that. Now I'm going to go in with Blue Peafowl from the Odin's Eye palette. And I'm going to put that right in the center, how the orange is on the other eye. And I'm definitely going to pat this down because this is a very light pastel almost color. And I feel like it definitely needs some building up before it can be at like peak tone. I was going to go with aquamarine, but I wanted it to be more blue than teal. And I feel like this is already leaning teal in a way. So I'm glad I chose this color because like, this is really nice. Like I'm really liking this. Nice. I've used the blues in this eyeshadow palette before. I did a look at election time back in November, whenever United States was voting for President of the United States, which so glad my guy won, but that's beside the point. I did a red and blue look because it's like red and blue for Democratic and Republican and whatnot. And it didn't turn out too bad. So I feel like I'm like not as terrible as I think I am, you know? Yes, okay, I think that looks nice. I may have to come back in with the blue though, just because it's so light that I think whenever I go in with the purple, I might accidentally like cover it up a little bit, just unintentionally. So now I'm gonna go into Epis. It's E-Pice, like spice, but with an E at the beginning, from the Picante palette. And I'm tapping all of this off, and I noticed the red from the Picante palette is like, there's a pile of shadow over here on my tissue, so definitely keep that in mind. I would definitely suggest to brush off, like tap off your brush, so then that way you don't have extra fallout, especially when you're using like colors like these that aren't quite as natural. Like you don't want a big purple dot here if you're wearing like a peach toned blush or something, or if that's not what you were going for, you don't want to get, you know, caught in that. Man, this eye is looking nice. These colors, I'll tell you, man, like, I'm liking this. A giant truck just drove by and it like rattled my whole apartment. I was like, oh my gosh. Like the interstate, like the main road is that way. The back road and my backyard is that way. And I heard it over that way. So it's definitely like, oh my gosh. Just as long as you don't come through my basement down there, that's fine. Okay, I'm liking this purple. It's not quite as deep purple as I want, but I can deal with it. I don't think it's like the worst. I don't think I'm going to go in with a, a brow highlight. I think I'm going to skip, and the inner corner, I think I'm going to skip both of those just so it can stay truly matte around my eyes. I feel like this purple and like the way I'm placing it is like really nice over here on my eye. Yes, okay. I'm gonna go in a little bit harder and just kind of pat it down because I want it to be a little bit harsher. I notice sometimes when I do my makeup that I don't always go in as hard and like I don't pack things on enough. So then later in the day, I notice that sometimes the color has started to like fade. And I always thought it was like the problem of the eyeshadow or the primer that I'm using underneath my eyeshadow, which is always the Milani eyeshadow primer, which is what I used today. I meant to say that, but I forgot. But I think it's actually just because I don't put enough, like I don't have a heavy hand, so I think that's why. So I'm trying to work on that. Okay, I'm trying to wipe off this brush as much as possible so I can then go in and buff, because I don't like the super harsh edge. That's better. I didn't like the super harsh edge, and then I noticed that this has like no edge, so I'm trying to like even it out so it's not quite as bad. Oh yeah, this is nice. Really liking this look. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my powder brush and do a really quick sweep just under the eye. I already have like my full face done except for lips. So I'm like definitely, I probably should have done the eyes first, but like it worked out so well that like can't complain. Okay. So I know they usually say to do a more neutral toned lip whenever you do a bright eye or a bold eye or anything like that. So I'm going to go do that, put some setting spray on, put some mascara on. I don't do false lashes, so I'm not going to be doing that. And then I will come back and we will wrap this video up. All right, so this is the final look. I really like how this turned out. I really think the gradient worked out really well. I feel like you can see all the colors. It looks super nice. And I'm very happy with this look. I really hope you guys like this video. It was definitely something different, trying something new. I definitely want to keep doing more videos like these in the future and just see like what I can do and what I can create. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell down below so you get notified when I upload my videos. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!